So I'll be doing a no zoom, no rotation, no movement challenge in GeoGuessr, and it's one of the more recent ones on the subreddit. The link is in the description for this challenge, and also the post in the subreddit, so you can compare yourself to. I mean, I guess it doesn't make much sense if you watch the video and then play it, but you can go to the subreddit and look up all the challenges, or you could do the challenge right now and then watch my video. I think that might be the best idea. So pause the video right now, click on the link in the description and play my challenge. It's not my challenge, but this challenge, and then watch the rest of the video and appreciate it. These are usually pretty challenging. You have to use a lot of knowledge and also luck to get these. So we have 2 minutes of time, which sounds a lot, but especially because you can't do much. But if you have something like this, I mean, this is Japanese, I know that. Just looking at that makes it pretty obvious. There's a 075 code, which I think I learned the area codes, but they're not consistent, or I don't think they are consistent in Japan. I mean, this could be pretty much anywhere in Japan, which is, I mean, which is kind of the purpose of this challenge. This could be anywhere. It's more about making good decisions. So I can't rotate, so this is all I get. I can't zoom in to see if there's anything here, and I can't read Japanese. There's a lot of languages that I don't speak, and you learn some clues, but I think I don't get much off of this because it's probably just a restaurant and these are just menu items. So I mean, everybody's instinct is to go Tokyo, but there's some mountains in the back and they're up north, so I think this is more this area right here, which makes sense. It could be like up Kyoto, it could be like Kobe, Osaka. So I'm probably gonna go like the outskirts of Osaka. I mean, these are all hills right here, so it might be not too deep, and it's just, I mean, that's a general guess. And as you can see, our 2 minutes are already up. Could be Nagoya, but I don't think, like, these mountains are all too deep. I don't want to go off the mountains alone, but I think this is a pretty good guess because it's quite populated. So let's see how good that was. Actually, that was almost spot on. I definitely wouldn't have thought it was directly in Kyoto, but like going between Osaka and Kyoto turned out to be a really good decision here. I don't know where I ended up. Okay, well, if you zoom in, that obviously is not a good guess based on where we are, but I had no clue to go on, so that was just a rough estimate here, really. That's an extremely good score considering you can't zoom in, so let's look at the next one. Oh boy, like this is some. So the right side of the screen over here just gives me that Russian Ukrainian feel. This one looks more like Romania. I mean, Moldova doesn't have much street view. Could be Ukraine, like more to the, like, I know there's no street view over here. Lithuania, I don't think. This feels more like Ukraine. Almost, as I said, like, this gives me a Russian vibe over here. I'm gonna. It's pretty flat. I mean, it's dead flat, so it could be closer to. See, I don't know. It could be like somewhere out Donetsk. for now. I don't know. I get a feeling like you see these buildings a lot more frequent in like Romanian towns, even Bulgaria, and these farm huts. Actually, like the wooden, they could be like Poland, Lithuania, all these countries. I don't want to discriminate anyone from any of these countries, but these countries are pretty similar, especially the what could be a white sign makes me believe this is not Russia. This is more like Ukraine. It's more European, even though Ukraine. I don't think they would have. I'm not sure about the actually, now that I might want to move over a little bit more. This was Lithuania. Okay, so this ended up being Lithuania. I didn't think that, honestly, because of, well, I thought Lithuania had more, or Lithuania usually has more, a different style of buildings. This looked more Romanian to me. Oops, I didn't mean to open the maps version. But I'm glad I moved over a little bit at least. It saved me like a few points, 20, 30 points maybe. The reason I moved over is I kind of thought it might be Romania. Well, it's a guessing game really. If it's Eastern Europe, it's pretty much a guessing game. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, we have nothing to go on here. I mean, we do have like some things to go on off. The scrubbery is like mixed. Like the grass makes me think this is some either like this makes me believe it's more Asian. The trees makes like this is some coastal, like these trees just like either African, but I don't think this is Africa actually. Could be South American, like Bolivia, like up in the higher parts of Bolivia, but then the trees look more, the tree here looks European. This is a birch tree. I think they have them in Asia as well, because I don't think this is Europe. This could be Spain, but who puts out clothes like that on the streets? I want to go with my first impression. This might be Thailand. I don't know. Like the west and the east. The west and the east of the country are kind of hilly, so. Well, actually, it's more jungle here though. Like there's a lot more jungle and a lot less street view out here. I don't know. This is just a rough estimate, because I have absolutely no idea. Could be Bangladesh. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say it could be like Bangladesh or like Cambodia. Actually, Bangladesh has no not much hills. That was a good guess too, Cambodia. Holy crap, that guy's on fire. We're doing pretty well. Philippines, huh? Yeah, from all the Asian locations, Philippines would have probably been my last guess. Like probably would have put it like Okinawa first, or like even that Ogasawara island over here has street view and it looks very tropical, and I've landed there once and it threw me off because it looks like Hawaiian, which I guess makes sense. It's not too far off, but then you get all the Japanese, and I didn't know about this island's existence actually, or I didn't know it had. I knew it's there, but I didn't know it had street view, so I went with Okinawa on that one. Philippines, huh? It's actually, it's not a bad guess, but I never would have guessed on an island. Like, that looked really like inland for me. I guess. Let's see, 1500 points is not great, but all things considered, I think a lot of people probably guessed somewhere else and lost a lot of points there. Like, I was torn. Like, if you guess Bolivia, which is a reasonable guess, you're like on the other side of the continent, pretty much, or the earth, sorry. Like, this is as far away as you can get with a reasonable guess. Oh shit, can't zoom. Wait, this is Deutsche Post. Okay, so we're in Germany, which does help. The blurry building gives it away too. We Germans have that, and I think that's Detlef or whatever they call the caravan. Just from looking at it, like, I know it's Germany because I'm German. I've seen these. I don't know. That's the German post service. It's the yellow with the black wings on there underneath. It's like horn with wings, I think. So I know Germany only has the major cities street mapped. I wish I could rotate so badly right now, because I know this could probably get it from just rotation. This could be... The streets make me think Eastern Germany, so no offense, but Eastern Germany isn't exactly the most well. Actually, they've gotten a lot of money to fix the country. It could also be Southern. Does look pretty. I mean, with that, that's like a typical German street. German suburbia. It's a bit older, so it could be over here as well. I probably want to go Hanover, just because it's more central. But then again, I think it's in the south, and there's like these are the four cities in the middle. I don't think it's Frankfurt. Actually, I'm gonna stick with Leipzig. That turned out to be Berlin. I would have scored big. If I guess if you see Germany, you'll probably just guess Berlin for the sake of it. I don't know. It looked more Eastern German, but I didn't want to risk going up to Berlin in case it was. Definitely not Stuttgart, but it could have been Nuremberg, or it could have been I don't know, Duisburg outskirts. They actually look a bit nicer than that. Could have been Bonn, actually. Second thought, so I went with the safe option. We scored pretty well here, so it's not that bad of a guess, but obviously we get beaten by anyone that just puts it on Berlin, because that's the only German city they know. No offense. Actually, Berlin is a pretty good guess. That looked kinda Berlin outskirtish. All things considered. So, Rolex. Huh. We're in Africa. Probably Eastern Africa. This doesn't look like anything I've seen in Ghana or Lagos. I don't think it's Nigeria or Ghana. And it doesn't look very South African, sorry. Could be Botswana, but Francistown is pretty flat, and this is too far south, really. This is more like in a tropical zone around the... What is there? There's only really Uganda street view. It's like some smaller parts, but like this is a decently sized town. Is it the capital? Like, Uganda doesn't have the greatest coverage, but it just have some coverage. I don't see any water. Like, this is looking up north. It doesn't help me. If it were looking south, it probably would tell me a lot more. Hulu seems to be too small. I don't know, I don't see any. Satellite view would help. This could be like most of the cities, like I don't know how much is behind me, but this could be like over here. Like looking up north. And like some hills there, like a little bit of town there. I don't know, it could be completely wrong too, but I'm pretty sure this is Africa. Oh shit. Actually turns out really close. That guy's amazing. How does he do it? Like, this is by far the best guess we've gotten so far. I mean, I was pretty sure this was Uganda. Just from eliminating the other countries. I mean, it could have been Accra, but I don't recall there being like, there's no mountains or like hills at least in this part of town, and it's more deserty, more what's the right term? More oceanic, if that makes sense. Like, this was pretty sure like Central Eastern Africa. Damn, that was a good guess. That was just, I mean, we've gotten beaten by probably multiple people. This is a challenge from last week. But we didn't do too bad. We had the right feeling about many of these. Obviously, the Ukraine one was off, especially because I said it's probably not Lithuania, and then it turns out to be Lithuania. But we nailed Uganda, and we got really well off here in Kyoto by luck. Actually, this is still Kyoto area. So this was a brilliant guess. So this was strategy. This was just pure luck. This one was knowledge, I'd say. And also luck. Germany is a bit, I mean, for me being German, not being able to recognize the exact town is a little bit disappointing, especially because there's only like 9 different cities in Germany that have Street View. But all things considered, I think Leipzig was the right choice to make. It's pretty safe. What was the last one that we had? Well, that's all of them. Yeah, this one. Well, 1866, 7. Was a pretty good score. I'm happy with that.